253.
Okay.
So, did you watch the other review or?
What do you mean the other review?
Okay, never mind, never mind, never mind. Okay, so the way I do like reviews is that I'll like go through the games and I'll like write down the notes in our like chat so that you can like take a look at it after if you're like want to go back to and stuff. And then as we go through these, if you have any questions, just like stop me at any time and like point out things you want me to see and all that kind of stuff. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
All right, cool. I'm at 253 and going forward.
All right.
Seems good so far. Seems good so far. I like where your lane is. Keeping a push towards you. This is good. This is good. Anything in particular you want me to see before?
Not necessarily in particular, but I know that I need to work on my positioning in team fights. I think my lane pace is alright. It's not great, but it's, you know, it's not my main problem right now.
It actually seems great to me. It's exactly what I would be doing in this kind of lane matchup. Ooh, okay. Okay. I want to point out something at 420. So at 420, you auto attack Lucian for like poke slash trade slash damage, right? And like that's.
And I couldn't keep going with that.
No. That's the opposite of what I'm saying. You can't go anywhere with this because there's like no way for Janet to help you. In fact, it looks like Janet wants to do something else. And by hitting him, you're like pulling aggro from his minions, right? And because his minions are hitting you, your minions are they're not hitting your minions, so your lane's just gonna push like faster, and that's bad in this lane matchup because Braum can chase you down the lane with a jungler gank and stuff. So
okay.
So this is what I would say to take away from this. If you're trading, the trade has to be worth your time. So like say if you can do one auto attack of free damage, that's probably not worth your time to pull the creeps, which is what happens here. And he also like got an auto attack off you. So if something like so if you're like gonna trade, it has to be a significantly good trade, if that makes any sense. Like significantly in your favor. Otherwise, you're probably just better off CSing, last hitting, staying safe. So let me write that down. Trades should always be in your favor by a non what's the word, negligible amount. Alright, cool. Alright, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Do. Seems okay. I'm gonna keep going. You want any advice on last hitting, or you want to just skip that kind of stuff?
I think we can skip last hitting.
Sounds
I
good.
go into custom games like just about every day that I want to play.
Alright,
For
cool,
like
cool,
10 minutes
cool.
and just last hit.
Cool. That's good. Good stuff, good stuff. A lot of players don't really have the patience to do that kind of shit.
It took a little bit the first time around because like it was super boring. But
Yeah,
after a while, it just kind of got into the rhythm and just did it.
Right now it's 6:30 if you're curious. So this is just like straight laning stuff. Seems fine. You guys aren't really like losing at trades or like advantages or anything. I really like where the wave is at all times. Keeping it at your side is like really good because it's hard for you to get ganked, right? So that's always good. Okay, you're pushing because they backed. That's really good. Make them lose some farm. Is this on NA, by the way? Just curious.
Yeah.
Alright,
And they
cool.
go 4.
Damn, you guys are winning in CS. That's like really good. In Jinx, if you're like going even against a lane dominant lane, you're winning the lane. Holy shit, that Annie has a tier. Yo, I like your music choice though.
Thanks.
Okay, interesting. So at nine, go to 9 minutes and 0 seconds. So when you want to, so you rocket shot like 3 minions. Is there a reason for that?
Not particularly.
Okay. So, in a game like League of Legends, it's like chess. Every move should have a reason behind it. It's like if I were to stop you at any point in this game and ask you to reason out why did you do this, you should have a reason for it. Or otherwise, you should like go and think about it a little bit and see like what you should have done. So the reason I asked this is because remember, like I said, you want the lane to be on your side. Right, you want it to be pushing towards you, slightly pushing towards you, and auto-attacking those 3 minions makes it push towards him ever so slightly. And so all they have to do is start last hitting all these minions, and then you're vulnerable to a gank / a TP gank. So that's why I asked there.
Yeah. What time are you at?
9 minutes 0 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, so as I can see, at 9:15 it's pushing towards you guys, and then you guys get ganked. Exactly what happened. There's like no way out of this unless they like fuck it up somehow. Yeah. So yeah, so that's how you end up dying at 9:26. It was like so good before. It was like perfect beforehand, and then it's just you like change your strategy for some reason. Then that one little.
Yeah. What were you doing? What were you doing before? Like the first 10 minutes was like perfect. It's like I would change nothing almost. Let's keep going. Keep going. Unfortunate how the lane starts pushing because of that.
A little bit.
They basically, probably not intentionally, but they basically force the lane to push towards them. There's a strategy where you can like, there's a special like hard push where you can like make it push towards you. But we won't get into that unless we see it. Okay. So at 10:40, at this point, it's inevitable that your lane will push. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can make them do to make it push towards you, right? So if you're stuck in this situation where you have to push in a bot lane that is unsafe or a bot lane that is losing, you want to always slow push, which means only last hitting. So you should want to slow push here to stay as safe as possible. So the reason why you slow push is that if you slow push, you will build up as many minions on your side as possible, right? And if they try and 2v2 you, if they try and gank you, all these minions are gonna like fuck them up the butt if they try and fight. Even if they kill you, the minions could counter kill, or they might lose all the minions to the tower. Something will happen, and they won't actually. It will like mitigate any kind of advantage they could be getting in that time frame. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Someone in my stream is saying, quote unquote, a player should never play on autopilot. I think that's good wording. Yeah, never play on autopilot. That's very good.
Yeah. Why wouldn't I want to just like quick push and try and force the wave into the tower so that the wave can reset and I can like kind of get like a second chance?
Okay, this is a very good question. Okay, so at that point at 10:40, what I was talking about. So if you had a hard push there, so there's like 10 minions that are going to the tower, right? Let's say there are 10 minions. What happens if Braum face tanks those 10 minions right outside the tower range? You have no idea where the jungler is. They're just gonna super hard freeze on you, right? If you guys try and fight them and the jungler's there, you guys are gonna get double killed for sure. If you guys try and fight them and there's TP behind you guys are gonna get double killed for sure. If mid is roaming or off the map, same thing happens, right? So many things go wrong in that situation. That's why, LCS or like challenger streams, you see these like disgusting freezes on bot lane. That's like what happens when you do that. So that's why I'm like, that's why I would recommend not hard pushing unless you have like a plan for that. Like if you had a plan, like if you saw Kha'Zix on, if you not Kha'Zix, but if you saw they're like jungler, if everyone's accounted for, they have no TPs, no way to like fight you and stuff, maybe hard pushing would be good. But I don't think you guys saw Kha'Zix at that time. So that in general, like that's why you don't really want to hard push in a losing lane / a lane you want to stay safe in.
Okay.
You can, in fact, hard push if you think that they can't freeze like that. So, for example, you had 4 waves of minions, and you hard push. All of a sudden, Braum's not going to be able to take 4 minions. That's fine. That's good. You can do that. So you just always have to think about what you should be doing and why you should be doing it, right?
Yeah.
So if you can reason out like that, anything you do is fine. As long as you can reason out like that. Let's say you guys get a good double kill. That was really good. Let me watch it again. How did this even happen? Oh, they went super ham.
Yeah, the Jayla got an amazing ult off.
Hey, fuck that, Braum. Nice zap. Very good zap. You just screw this guy. Oh, man. Nice, nice. Alright, cool. Let's skip through this. Good push, good push. Wait, let me watch this, actually. Okay, yeah, it's forced to push, so that's fine. Good reset on the tower. Okay. Good stuff, good stuff. I see nothing wrong here. Alright, good stuff. You guys doing well this game.
Yeah.
So you want me to...
we ended up winning this one.
Okay. So you want me to pay attention to pay a lot of attention to like team fight positioning and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Ba-ba-da. Got some good CS. Oh my, is this this is 1921 by Phoenix, right? The song I'm listening to at 1440.
Yeah.
Dude, good song, dude.
Yeah.
Good shit.
I only just discovered it last week, I think.
Nice, nice. I saw your pink, that's sad. I'm at 1450 right now.
Okay.
Seems like a short-ish game.
Yeah, it's only 27 minutes. Like, it kind of blows up near the end.
So, yeah, so far the biggest thing I see about this game is just the wave management stuff. Which is good. It's always good to know. You'll be ahead of, like, everyone if you, like, know how to do all that stuff. Like, there are people in, like, Diamond 1 who still don't know how to do this stuff, so... Okay, okay. Nice. So, like, as an example, at 16, Shaco ganks Lucian, he just, like, insta-dies. There's nothing you can do. Because the wave is so far into your side of the lane. So that's like the dangers of an unsafe wave management, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good, good. You go mid after taking tower bot. This is very good. I'll write that down. As Jinx, you basically never want to be by yourself in bot lane. Almost never. It's like you always want to be in the safest place possible. So good that you took your advantage mid and took the tower. Nice, good stuff, good stuff. Are there any points in time you want to point me to yet, or I'm just
This game was a while ago. I don't remember much of when the exact team fights happened.
Okay, okay. I'm at 1810 right now. Seems like you have good positioning so far. Nice, nice rocket. That should hit. Oh, nope, unlucky.
She shoved Toad off into the rays.
Oh, I see, I see. Good for her, good for her. That Kha'Zix is doing something crazy. Rip Janna, probably. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, my. That was a really good zap. That was actually a really good zap. I almost fucked that guy. Alright, so far what I'm
So-
seeing is I like what you're doing. You're staying alive, staying very safe. Obviously, there is probably a way to like kill some people, but that doesn't really matter. Honestly, in solo queue, you just want to stay alive. So what I'm seeing is like really good.
I think there's another death coming up here shortly.
I'm at
I don't remember
2020,
exactly though.
so I might see it soon. Okay. Okay. Here's one thing. Okay, so you die at 2040 face checking a bush in your side of the map. So what is this? 2040? Yeah. Okay, so at 2040, the reason why this happens is because you lost track of Annie basically. This is like very common for anyone at any rank. So what you need to be doing is to always know where the enemy team is, right? If you always know where the enemy team is or where they could possibly be, like they could be like in the bush next to you, or they could be a Baron, anything like that. You don't have vision of them. You have to assume that they're in the worst possible spot for you. So because you haven't seen Annie in like 30 seconds, you should assume that she's waiting for you in that bush. And because when they do actually wait for you in that bush, you're like screwed. So that's basically what happens. So here's what I would suggest to help remedy this. I would suggest that between every CS you take, you look at the map. And you try and figure out where the missing people are. And then you go back to CSing. And you do it again. And you do it again and again and again. And if you do it enough times, like over like 5 games, you'll be able to do it really easily.
Hey, wait a second, please.
Alright.
Not yet. Not extensively yet, at least.
Did you find anything when you went up to the elementary school?
No, nothing there.
I found like 4 things.
Okay, sorry about that.
It's fine, it's fine. Did you hear what I said though? Or should I repeat it?
I'm sorry?
Did you hear what I said, or should I repeat it?
About checking the map in between every CS?
Exactly, yes. That's very big. And assume that they're in the worst possible spot for you. So if the jungler's missing, assume he's ganking you, right? Stuff like that.
Okay.
Let's keep going. You guys are doing Baron. I'm at 22-15 and going forward.
Okay.
Okay. 22-25. I'm gonna give you the same reasoning, except with summoners. So I don't know if you knew if Annie had flash or not. I don't know, but if you didn't know Annie had flash, you should assume she has flash, because there she could have flash ulted you or something like that, and you may have been in a bad spot. You might have known that. I don't know. But if you didn't, I'm gonna say if you don't know what their summoners are, assume they always have their summoners.
Okay.
That way you're always prepared for anything that might happen, right? That's like how you solve League of Legends. You know, you turn League of Legends into tic-tac-toe. You like figure out every single possible outcome, and you have a solution to all of them. It's like chess, right? If they do this, I do that. Oh snap! Wait, I missed that. You died somewhere. Oh my lord! How did Annie get there? So 2240 is like the same thing, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. If you don't know where they are, assume they're in the worst possible spot for you. So we'll say that's the same thing as 20. So far, you're only dying to like people that are missing from the map. From what I can tell.
I just gotta keep better track of people on the map.
Exactly. That's a perfect way to sum it up. Looks like game's over from this point. Do. There's a pushing top. Alright, is anything happen? Here we go. I think there's a team fight coming up. Oh, let's back up to the beginning. So I'm at 25:45-ish. Oh shit, this is loading so slowly. Alright. Okay, this is good. This is good. I'm staying safe. Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay. Interesting outcome. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so I think this is your biggest mistake in the team fight. So go to 2610. Are you at 26? Tell me when you're at 2610. Spectrum?
Forgot I muted myself. I'm there.
Oh, okay. So at 2610, what you should be doing, is not trying to. Your job. Okay, your job in this season. The AD carry's job is to not die. Their job isn't to do damage. Their job is to not die, because by not dying, you'll be able to do free damage somewhere. And if you can't do free damage somewhere, then it was impossible to do that damage in the first place. And so like it's like if you like take a look what's going on, you're like trying to like Rumble lands a really good ult. Really is doing a shit ton of damage. You're like trying to hit their like backline and stuff. But in reality, all you do is get 2 auto attacks off for basically your death, and it's because you didn't play to live. You like try to help your team, but your team already has the damage. Your team is already strong enough to do everything without you. So all you have to do is just stay alive to guarantee you guys win the fight. So like what I would recommend in this case, when this team fight happens, I see Katarina going around. I would just walk out, like kite Katarina with Janna, because you just like took a lot of damage by like going past all those people. Your job is to stay alive, stay in the back, hit the closest target. You have no need to make any kind of huge plays, really, when your team is so far ahead, right? Because they even like win this fight without you. They like win the fight 4v5 because you like basically contributed nothing to the fight. Besides soaking up like 1400 damage, which is like not that bad, but still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, your job. Keep this in mind. Your job in team fights. This will help your positioning in general, but your job in team fights is to stay alive. I don't care what anyone says. I want you to stay alive every single team fight. If you can do that, you're like a god. All right. So that's what you should aim to do every team fight. Your job is not even to win the team fight. Some team fights are unwinnable. Your job is to stay alive to maximize your potential to do good in a game. Because if you stay alive, there is always a chance to like win, right? But if you're dead, you have like no impact on the game. So
So when the Katarina jumped on the Janna, where should I have been?
You can be next to her. You can be within a little bit behind Janna. It's like so if she jumps on Janna, it's just like auto loss for Katarina, because all Janna has to do is like ult or shield or nado, and Katarina's gonna die to you. Because Katarina's not building defensive, right? Because she's melee Katarina, so you're just gonna insta kill her almost. Like as is, you like almost get away with it too, despite all that shit happening. But like if she jumps on Janna's just gonna nado, and then you auto attack Katarina like 7 times with like without even any abilities. You auto attack her 7 times, she dies. So that's what like you should be doing. Like stay away, just like stay super safe. Never be in a position to die unless you have like a plan to get out or something. That's what I would recommend. So I would say so. That's the end of the replay, I believe. But I would say for recap, the 3 recap. there are three main points we hit in this replay. So number one is wave management. In a safe lane or a losing lane, you want the lane to be slightly pushing towards you, or if you have to push, you want to slow push, which means only last hitting in both cases. Wave management, only last hit in almost every scenario if you are in a losing 2-2 matchup or unable to get away from ganks. Alright, the second thing is keep track of where everyone on their team is, especially the people who can screw you the most, like Annie, Kha'Zix, even maybe Lucian, Braum, actually basically everyone on the team. Just keep a track of everyone on the team. It's really hard to do, but if you can do this, you are better than like 90% of the people who play this game. So 2 is keep track of the enemy team. Ways to do this is look at the map between every CS. And assuming that the enemies are in the worst possible position against you, like they're in their best position to play against you. Assume worst case scenario. That's right. That's what I'm trying to say. And 3 is in team fights, play to live. Don't even worry about doing damage. That will come naturally. It's very obvious when you can hit someone for free. So you don't have to worry about doing damage. Trust me. Trust me. Just try and play to live in every single team fight. 3, play to live in team fights. This will help your positioning. Alright, cool. Do you have any questions? Anything you want to recap? Any times you want me to look at?
No, I think we pretty much hit everything. If you have some time, maybe on another day, I might want to do another VOD review to go into a little bit more team fighting, but...
Sounds good.
Other than that...
Huh?
I mean, other than just the one video every, I don't know, couple of days or so.
Yeah, I try and do one, at least one every day. Because I end up dodging a lot, and 30-minute Q dodges are kind of painful. Stuff like that. But yeah, good stuff. I hope you learned something. Yeah, I am down to do another one sometime soon. Sounds good?
Awesome. Hey, thanks.
Alright, cool. Thanks, Spectrum. Have a good one. Good luck in your games.
You too.